Hello, everybody, and welcome to Political Science 1020 World Politics. I'm your instructor, Dr. Dirk Horn, and this is a navigation video for the summer online course, right? So when you click the Canvas link that I sent out via email announcing that the course was live, you'll be taken to what is known as your dashboard, right? And you use your same credentials that you would log into Blackboard or MyCSUB to log into Canvas. And once you log into Canvas, you'll be presented with all the classes that you're enrolled in, not only for summer, but for fall as well. For this class, you want to look for the tile that says Political Science 1020-760 World Politics, and then you'll be able to access the course from there. Once you click on the tile, you'll be taken to the course homepage, which looks like this. I'm in student view, so you'll be able to see how it looks on your end, right? And the first thing you do once you get to the course web page is you want to click on Start Here. Read this first. This will take you to a page that contains this current navigation video as well as the introduction video that you have watched before this, which will basically explain to you how the course is set up, what you need to do, important due dates, how to contact me, right, office hours, policies. All that information is contained in the syllabus, but it is also contained in video format in these two videos. So please make sure you watch the introduction video if you have not already watched that video before this, right? After you watch both of those videos, you'll simply go ahead and go on to the homepage. You can either hit back or you can hit next to go on to the next module, and you'll want to access the syllabus, right? So I'm going to hit back so you can see us go back to the homepage here, and then after you get to Start Here, read this first, you'll simply click on how the course works, right? You can also access that by that next tab at the bottom of the right hand screen in the previous screen, right? And how the course works page basically lays out the pattern and the type of schedule that you need to set out for yourself. Some people are very self-motivated in online classes, so they don't need a lot of schedule. Others, they need a little bit more structure, and that this is what this page is for, right? It basically tells you what you need to do on a Monday or on a Tuesday, what you need to do on Wednesday, what you need to do Thursday through Saturday, right, in order to basically succeed in this class and get done all your assignments. After you've read that page, right, how the course works, you'll want to pull up the syllabus here. There was also a copy of the syllabus attached to the email I sent you stating that the course was live. You'll want to read the syllabus, right, and then you'll want to go on to the syllabus quiz located directly below the syllabus on the first week's module right here, right? You have until Sunday to finish the syllabus quiz. It's fairly easy. You have multiple attempts at it, so if you don't score total points in your first attempt, you can go back and try in multiple attempts, right? After the syllabus quiz, you'll simply have to click here to access the student discussion forum. And this week, I'm taking it easy on you guys. I'm just assigning a student introduction for the discussion forum. So just tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me your major, your year at CSUB, your plans after graduation, etc., right? And in order to reply to these discussion forum posts, you simply click here on the reply button, and then you'll be able to essentially write your post. Once you post your post, you'll be able to see your other fellow classmates post, but you won't see anything until you actually make a post on each week's discussion forum, right? And then this week, I'm taking it fairly easy so you guys can get adjusted to the course, to Canvas. I know some of you haven't taken classes on Canvas yet, so use this week as a way to basically get familiar with the learning management system of Canvas as well as the course setup. Make sure you read the syllabus right, you watch both the introduction and navigation videos, and you'll be set up for success, right? After the first week's module, after you complete the syllabus quiz and the discussion forum, further modules will open and those will be located under course resources, schedule, policies, etc., etc. This is where you'll find the weekly course schedule, just a rehash of the material that's in how the course works. You also see the course student learning outcomes here, as well as some assignment instructions. All this can be found in the syllabus. It's just pointed and delivered in a different way so you can access that information and succeed in the course, right? The ebook for the course is located right here. And then the next and last assignment you have for the first week is the Inquisitive Assignments, rather. And the Inquisitive Assignments are adaptive quizzes that essentially allow you to digest the reading material in a different manner, right? I know that a lot of students don't like to read, so these assignments are a way to help you learn the material without fully dedicating the required amount of time to reading, right? So it'll help you understand the concepts, the theories, the structures of world politics, while getting away with some of that reading by not doing it, right? So in order to register for the Inquisitive assignment, you're going to have to enter a code that came with your book that you bought. You can either buy that book from the CSU bookstore. If you haven't have that already, I would suggest that you buy the ebook. It is cheaper. It comes with the code you need, and you have access to that immediately so you can get going on the assignments. But if you bought it from the bookstore, there should have been a code that came with the brand new book. If you haven't bought the book yet, please buy the ebook and the code. You can also just buy the code if you want to try to get away by not buying the book in this class, though I suggest you have it. Once you have your code, watch this video in the Inquisitive page on Canvas. You go ahead and read all the information on this page, and then you would click here, this little grayed out bottom box at the bottom, and that launches you to the Inquisitive page, right? And the Inquisitive page looks like this, right? And Inquisitive page has all your Inquisitive assignments. So each chapter that we cover in the class, you will have an Inquisitive assignment that corresponds to that chapter, right? So for week 1, you don't have any assigned reading. So what I want you to do is both how to use Inquisitive, this first one, as well as Inquisitive Introduction, the second one. You can tell when Inquisitive assignments are due by referencing the syllabus. If their syllabus has an assigned chapter out of the main world politics book, that means you have a Inquisitive assignment that week for that chapter. But you can also look on the Inquisitive page here. You can see here that grades accepted until date. That's the date that each assignment is due, right? So you have 2 Inquisitive assignments this first week, and then you have 1, 2, 3 the next week, etc., 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 right? You can work ahead on these Inquisitive assignments, though I would not suggest it until you have had time to digest the material, review the lectures, look at the class notes. Though you might want to try the first or second chapter to see how you're doing at it, but if you're not scoring is what in the range that you need to, please wait until you digest the material to complete the Inquisitive. But you can work ahead on these if you're able to, right? So going back to the Canvas page, we'll go ahead and go back to the home page, right? So that's basically what you need to do for week 1. Very easy week this first week. So you'll just simply start here, watch the videos, review all this information in the first week's module, review all the information on the course resources, schedules, and policies module, open up the Inquisitive assignments here, register for the Inquisitive assignments, and complete the first 2 assignments for week number 1. And then once you do all that, module number 2 for week number 2 will open, where you will see basically how the course is going to be structured from here on out, right? So every week there is an assignment checklist and learning outcomes page that basically rehashes what you need to do to complete all the assignments for the week, right? There'll always be chapters to cover, lectures to view, and the assignments are simply into 3 categories, right? You have the discussion forum, right? You can see here that your weekly discussion post is due by 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday, and then you need to post 2 follow-up replies to students' posts by 11:59 p.m. on Saturday, right? So that's one assignment. The second assignment is essentially what we call controversies in global politics. These are reading reflections. Essentially, you get presented with a case study about whether or not the United States should invade North Korea, for example, because they're pursuing nuclear weapons, or whether or not the IMF is biased towards Western developed countries, right? These are the type of topics that would be covered in controversies in global politics, and students usually have a fun time with these. And they are to be completed after you've done the reading and watched the lectures, so you have some background for these assignments. But there are some reading guides that will assist you in informing you on some of the topics if you're not fully versed in world politics topics. Though I know a lot of you are, there are some that this is their first class and foray into international relations. So please make sure you use those background guides if you need to, right? And then lastly, the third assignment. So there's just 3 simple assignments every week. The third assignment is the Inquisitive assignments, right? So there's 2 main due dates. One is 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday of each week. You need to have at least your initial discussion post posted in the discussion forum, and then Saturday at 11:59 p.m. you need to have both your controversies and global politics assignments done, your Inquisitive assignments done, and you need to have your 2 replies to fellow classmates all by Saturday 11:59 p.m. So mainly 2 due dates each for all the weeks points that you need to be cognizant of, and then the rest of the time you can work through at your own pace, right? So that is week number 2 assignment checklist, right? And every module, week 3, week 4, week 5, will have an assignment checklist and learning outcome. After the assignment checklist and learning outcome, you'll be presented with the lectures and the lecture notes for the week, right? There's 3 lectures you'll have to watch for week number 2, and then the lecture notes are just nestled down underneath each lecture, right? So that's how all of the modules will be set up essentially. You'll have an assignment checklist, you'll have the lectures and the lecture notes, you'll have your discussion forum right after that, and then you'll have your controversies in world politics assignments, right? So you'll have your background guide, you can go ahead and read that if you need to, and then you would just click on here to insert your answers, right? So this is a writing assignment, it's not a quiz, that's just the way Canvas displays it. So they're short answers, right? We're looking for at least 250 words per answer, but you can make your point without a word limit. I'm not going to be strictly enforced on that, but if you don't fully answer the question, you will be knocked down on points essentially, right? And then there's a reminder to take the Inquisitive assignments that you need to for each week, right? Again, you can refer to the Inquisitive assignment page or the syllabus to see which chapters we are covered that week. That is essentially how week number 3, week number 4, week number 5 are all set up, right? So once you are able to go through week 2 after you've completed everything in the week 1 module up here, then you'll basically get a feel for how the course is going to go forward from there, right? So that's essentially it for the navigation video. Make sure you start here. You just work your way sequentially through week 1 module. You make sure you get your Inquisitive assignments done that are located right here, and then you'll be set up for week number 2. Once you complete module number 1, week number 2 will open up so you can work ahead if you want to on that end, right? So that is it for the navigation video. Please do reach out if you have any questions or concerns about any of the due dates, assignments, or anything like that. This information, again, is also posted in the syllabus and throughout the Canvas course. It's just a different way of delivering you the information, right? So that's it for this time. I will see you soon.